Alright guys, so here into the tier list. As you can see on the right hand side, we have a lot of kits we gotta get through, so I'm not gonna waste any time. Starting at the bottom, the first one I have is the Archer Kit. Now, I'm gonna be honest, you guys know me, I personally love the Archer Kit. I think it's one of my favorite kits they've ever added to Bedwars. I just don't use it that much, because I like trying out the new kits, but I think it is one of the most overpowered ones, but not the best, because it's even less than the crossbow. It's only 6 emeralds to get the bow, and it's crazy. But because not that many people use it, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put it in the B tier. Up next, we have Axolotl Amy. Now, I don't really use this kit anymore. I used it a long time ago when it came out. I don't really see that many people using it anymore either, and I just feel like there's so much better kits that are out. And not gonna lie, it's kind of expensive, especially for early games, so I wouldn't even really call it a solos kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Axolotl Amy down here in the C tier. And up next, we have the Baker Kit. I'm starting to notice a theme about these kits. There's so many kits that are so good, but people don't use them because they're so used to using like Uzi or like Barbarian or Grim Reaper or something like that. But as you all know, with Baker, you get the speed pies that make you go insanely fast for like 2 whole minutes, and you even get the apples, which are just broken. And I do like it more than Archer, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and put it in the A tier just because of the skill alone. I think the apples can make you almost win any fight, and the free speed hacks, bro, are just an easy GG. All right, up next we have Barb, and now Barbarian used to be the best kit in the game. Like, if you used Barbarian and you knew how to get kills, the Rage Blade was crazy good, and always upgrading your sword for free is pretty sick. Once again, it's not used that much. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the B tier because I do think that these two, the Barb and the Archer, are two very good kits, just not used that much, but I do like the Baker Kit more, so it's gonna have to go in B. Up next, we have the Builder Kit. Oh boy, bro. I swear there's a lot of you guys that say you like the Builder Kit, and it might be good in like competitive, but they just nerfed it to where now TNT can break a reinforced block. So maybe before I would have put this in like a B or an A for competitive play, but now I'm just gonna put it in D because I think the nerf kind of killed the kit. It's really bad. Up next, we have Cobalt, and oh my goodness, bro. Do you guys remember how many people used Cobalt when it first came out, bro? Like, all the YouTubers were using it. Everybody was using it because it literally gave you like what, like plus 20 health or something like that when you were using it. It was absolutely crazy. But I kind of feel like it's almost like Axolotl Amy, where it's all right, but there's just better kits. So I'm gonna put it in C. Up next, we have the Cyber Kit. Now, everyone used to use the Cyber Kit when it first came out because it was so overpowered. But I feel like I don't see anyone really using it any much anymore. But it's really good in squads if you want to help out your team. So for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in B. But in solos, it's just not that good of a kit. Up next, we have the Dino Tamer Kit, and this kit is another kit that no one uses, but they might use it in competitive. I think I do see some people using it in competitive because of how good it is. I mean, you can literally one-shot obsidian bed defenses. You can literally just one-tap it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a B for the competitive ranking. Now, up next, we have the Dragon Kit. I think it has a weird name, like Zerot or something like that. I have no clue. We haven't seen the other 2 kits that came out yet, but this might genuinely be one of the worst kits in the game. I just feel like it has no real use. Like, so what? You can fly away. The flying away is slow, and you're just gonna get bowed if you do it anyway. So I'm honestly, I think this is gonna be our first F tier. So that's going in F tier. And now we're moving on to Evelyn. And oh my goodness, you guys know how I feel about Evelyn. Evelyn, before the tier 50 kit came out for this current season, Evelyn was my favorite kit to use, and I just love the teleport ability. It's so much fun because you can also counter the movement kits. Once you get a hit or 2, you can just use the teleport and start speeding after them. It's almost like the Baker Kit's speed pie. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up in the A tier, up there with the Baker Kit. It is a very good kit. You know what? Actually, I think it's better than the Baker, so I'm gonna put it in S tier. I think this is the first S tier kit we have. All we need now is that SS tier. And wait a minute, guys. Wait to the end. I promise we will get at least one SS tier. And now we have Farmer Cletus. Now, I gotta be fully honest, bro. When was the last time you guys have ever seen someone using the Farmer Cletus kit, bro? Like, when? I don't know, and I don't know if I've ever really seen people use this thing. Maybe like under 10 times I've seen this thing online. So I'm gonna have to just go ahead and put it down there in the double F tier. And up next, we have the Grim Reaper. Now, Grim Reaper has always been one of my favorite kits. I really do like it. I love its ability. It's so sick how you can get a kill and then just dash away and no one's able to hit you. I don't think it's amazing anymore. I'm just gonna leave it in B, in middle of the pack. I almost want to put it in C, but I feel like that would just be not fair to the Grim Reaper. And about halfway through all the kits, we now have the Jade Kit, the OG Season 1 kit. Now, if you have this kit, you are a very OG player, and with its current use, you can now hit people with it and send people up into the air. And it does a lot of damage, surprisingly, from fall damage. So you always got to be careful if there's a Jade around you. I'm going to have to go ahead and say this is an A tier kit. It's pretty good if someone knows how to use it. And here we go. We are at the tier 50 kit, the Kalia or the Kalaya kit, however you say it. I have no idea. But it is the new kit for this season. And you guys might have seen me use this in videos or streams. It is absolutely amazing, and I currently think it's probably one of the most broken kits in the game. I mean, if you get sharpness 1 on this thing, and you hit somebody with leather armor, you can do like 50 damage to them. It is crazy. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that this is the first SS tier kit. Now, next is the Lassie Kit, and Lassie is probably one of the most fun kits to use in the game. It might not be the best, but it was a really good counter to the movement meta when everyone was just using Uzi, Jade, and Telepearls to just run away from you. The Lassie Kit was a really good kit to go ahead and stop people from moving and even bring them to you. And if you know how to use the Lassie Kit, you can do some fun plays with it, and you can even drag people off the map, which I think is so funny, but it's just not that good of a kit. So for that reason, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and put it down here in the C tier. And we are on Pirate Davy. Now, Pirate Davy, I gotta be honest, it's a cool idea and concept of a kit, but it's just not very good. It's a movement kit that in reality, if you see someone using it, you're like, bro, why do you not just use Uzi? Like, Uzi is 10 times better than this kit will ever be. And I think this is gonna be a final, another F tier kit. It's just not very good, and I'd almost rather use no kit. And coming in next, we have Vanessa. Now, I think Vanessa is extremely underrated. So for that reason, because I think it's such a good kit and people just don't use, I'm gonna have to put it up here in the A tier kits. I just think it's really good, and you can do some crazy damage with it. And next, we have Vulcan, and Vulcan's a pretty fun kit. I've never really used it, to be honest. I think it's kind of expensive. It's one of those expensive kits, and it doesn't really get much done. So for that reason, it's fun. It's just not the best. I do think it's worse than the Elder Tree in these kits, so I'm gonna go ahead and have to put this one in the D tier. Up next, we have the new Wim Kit. Now, a lot of you guys probably don't even have this kit, but it seems like it would be a fun kit. I mean, at the start of the game, you get a book that virtually works as a bow and arrow for free. You could have infinite arrows, just be shooting it at people, doing a lot of damage, but there's one thing about this kit that makes it bad. If you didn't know, when you're using the Wim Kit, all of your sword damage gets cut in half, meaning if you do 10 damage with a sword, you're only gonna do 5 with the Wim Kit, which that is just the dumbest thing in the world, in my opinion, and for that reason, I'm gonna have to put it in FF. Oh boy, we have the Uzi Kit. Now, everyone loves this kit for a good reason. It's extremely good. You can hit people through walls. You can even hit some people sometimes like 5 blocks to 10 blocks away. It's just extremely good, and you see a lot of people using this kit, and hey, even I use it. But I'm one of those people that honestly thinks this kit is so good, it should just be taken out of the game. But we know that'll never happen, so I'm gonna have to put the Uzi Kit in the S tier kits. It's so good, and everyone in solos virtually uses it. Up next, we have the Star Collector Kit, and the Star Collector Kit is another of my favorite kits in the game. It's still kind of cool. It's really good in squads if you have teammates that you can give more health and more crit damage to, but it's not the best, so for that reason, I'm gonna put it in C. And now we're on the Trapper Kit. Now, the Trapper Kit, it's a really cool concept how you could set a trap down, and it did just get a buff where if someone gets caught in your trap, you actually do like double the damage or something like that, which is really cool, but the kit itself is just not very good compared to all these other kits. So sadly, I'm gonna have to put it in the D tier. All right, next up we have Trinity, and Trinity, I really haven't used it that much, if I'm being honest. I feel like there's just better kits in the game than Trinity, so I haven't really used it much. I know it used to be really good, but it's not the best, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in C tier. And up next, we have the Wizard Kit. Now, the Wizard Kit, cool concept. It's all right. I mean, it's fun to use, but not the best. I'm going to go ahead and put it in D tier. And now up next is Aries. And Aries is probably one of the best tier 50 kits that's ever came out. If you guys remember, Aries used to be so overpowered, but sadly, they did nerf it, but it still is pretty good. And you could do some pretty high damage numbers still with Aries. And for that reason, I'm going to have to put it in A tier. And now we're on Zephyr. And Zephyr, when this thing came out, oh my goodness, it was even more broken than Aries, I think. It was pretty crazy how much overpowered this kit was, but they have nerfed it a lot, and surprisingly, I don't really see that many people using it anymore. I will still go ahead and put it in the A tier because I think it's pretty good if someone knows how to use it. And next, we have the beloved Fisherman, and Fisherman used to be an insane kit. Everyone wanted to do it. You could do so many challenges like staying at my base and never leaving and stuff like that. I mean, you can even get something as crazy as an RPG or the golden fish, and those were always fun to get. So because of the golden fish, I think this deserves a B tier. And as you guys may have noticed, there's not every single kit in this video because I think that would just take way too long. I don't want the video to be too long, but I did try to get the majority of the kits that I see people using, or just almost all the kits in the game. But yeah, guys, that has been the list for me. Let me know if you guys disagree or agree with the list. Like I said, I know there's not every kit in here because I didn't want the video to be too long, but we did rank 35 different kits. So let me know what you guys think, and that has been it. If you're new, hit the like button, the sub button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.